I am one with my mighty I Am presence. And Holy Christ Self. My personalities, my body elemental, and my new spirit. All parts of my being are in balance, harmony, and alignment. And I pull in my aura, so I am fully contained within Metatron's cosmic egg. And I am now ready for today's message. Greetings, beloveds. I rejoice in being able to come to you once again from this sacred temple. Those of you who are very sensitive to the energies of these videos will certainly feel a difference from the energies that are transmitted through the video that are filmed here in this space. As you know, that cameras these days are able to photograph orbs and are sensitive to certain high frequencies. And so there will be transmitted through the videos that are filmed in this sacred space an enhancement of certain frequencies. Also, the 528 hertz vibration that Christmas has made softer for today's video will also be perceived and felt by many of you. It is my wish that you develop your sensitivities to be able to feel these differences, as these types of differences exist out in your world. There are places in your world with heightened vibrations. Cathedrals in many cities were originally constructed to be places where certain frequencies were enhanced. They were meant to heal. Other places have been made sacred because of the persons that lived there, or certain spiritual activities that have taken place there in the past. You know that crystals are great transmitters of vibration and frequency. Silica is one of the elements of the earth herself. And silica is what crystals are mostly made of. This is why all over the earth there is kept the memory of those who have lived upon it and activities that have taken place there, whether they were negative or positive. For example, during wars where much blood is shed, Did you ever think about what happens to this blood? It goes into the earth, where the memory of the battles is kept forever, or at least until it has been purified by a being of light. This is why you can go to some places, and without ever knowing what happened there, you will instantly feel uncomfortable, or you will feel very much at peace. It is important that you develop your ability to perceive these differences in frequencies wherever you go upon the face of the earth. Some of you will be called to purify certain places. There are places around the earth where certain souls have been stuck and unable to go into the higher realms. If you ever feel called to release these beings and to assist them, simply connect with me, with your I Am presence, or with any of the archangels, and they will assist you and guide you in this work. When you go to places where there is water, rivers, lakes, reservoirs, and the ocean herself, there is also a great need for purification, and for you to give your light and your love to these places and bodies of water. Of course, when I say to give your light and your love, I am referring to the infinite river of love and light that you allow to flow through you. If you do all of your healing activities in this fashion, you will never feel depleted or drained after such activity. Quite to the contrary, you should feel elated, purified, and energized from the light that has gone through you. Whenever the holy living light goes through you, there is an automatic cleansing of your light bodies. When you do this in alignment with your I Am presence, and within my egg and with my assistance, we will always take care of the negative energies that are released. Most often, they will simply flow into the earth. And you need not be aware of or concerned about this activity. Your job is to connect with the light and to allow as much of it as you possibly can to flow through you. It will enhance all of your chakras and all of the parts of your being into which and through which you direct it. And that is truly all you need to be concerned about. But beloveds, please know that if you wish to enhance the frequencies of the place that you live, it would be best to choose one room or one space in which to do your daily meditations. For as you do this, the energies will begin to build up, and you can, little by little, truly turn your space of meditation into a sacred space. Depending on the frequency and intensity of your meditations, it can take more or less time. But you may find, after you do this for a while, that people will come into your home and tell you how wonderful it feels. They need not know why it feels so wonderful, but you will smile knowingly, knowing that it is because of your good work that the space you live in is raising its frequency to a level that can be perceived by people who have no spiritual work of themselves whatsoever. They will simply feel good in your space. This is another way that you can bring love and light to those around you. The frequency of the earth is itself rising daily, as many of my children everywhere on the planet are bringing more love and light into the planet, into the water, into the crystals, into spaces everywhere. As you become more aware of this, beloveds, I would suggest that when you choose to spend your time in nature, that you find such places where the energies are already harmonious, centered, and balanced, and this will greatly assist you. It will enable you to absorb more of these higher frequencies simply by being in such a space. For those of you who are already strong warriors of light, you may choose to go into those spaces that you feel to be negative, or where you perceive a lack of love and light, so that by your presence and by your intention, you may purify that space and bring love and light to it. You know intuitively whether you need to go into nature for your own healing or for the healing of nature. Always follow your intuition in these things, beloveds. Take no risks of allowing your energies to be depleted or drained. And always hold yourself in sacred space as you walk about. Whether it be my egg or a Merkaba of your own choosing, or any other type of protective field, they will all work well. For it is, above all, your intention that counts. And remember to open your hearts when you are in nature. Allow yourself to love everything that you perceive. And as you are loving the plants, the birds, and the earth herself, and any other life forms that you perceive, begin to learn to listen and to feel the love that they have for you. It was always intended that the energy that flows should flow to you and from you in a balanced fashion. If you give all the time, then you will certainly be lacking on the receiving end. On the other hand, if you receive all the time, there will be imbalance as far as your giving. So when you are in nature, is a particularly wonderful and easy time for you to balance the giving and the receiving. For all the beings in nature are continually sending their love to you. But unless you open up to perceive it and receive it, then it is not having the intended effect. You, as human beings, when you love someone, you wish to have that love recognized. You want the person to know that you love them. You want them to feel it. It is the same way with nature, beloveds. They want you to feel it. They want you to acknowledge their love. In that way, the cycle of the flow of energy is enhanced, accelerated. It is much stronger. This was how life was intended to be at all times. A balanced, perfect, and powerful flow of energy from all parts of life to all other parts of life. This is a necessary step in developing oneness or unity consciousness. They are the same, beloveds. This is what you need to experience to be able to ascend. For in the ascended state, everything exists in oneness. Everything is conscious of everything else. Consciousness in the unascended state, before you will be allowed to enter permanently into the higher realms of consciousness. Practice this, beloveds. Practice being in unity consciousness, feeling yourself at one with all of life everywhere. It is necessary for your ascension. It is necessary to receive all of the blessings that life wishes to offer you. And it is a necessary step in order for you to gain the abilities that you wish to develop in order to be of ever greater service to life. I thank you for listening to these videos. I love you and I bless you. I am Metatron.